Welcome to HumanityWins.net. Please read the important disclaimer on your screen. All of the content provided is for entertainment purposes only. It should not be taken as medical or legal advice. Please contact your doctor or lawyer if you require such advice. Thank you. The show starts right now. Hello, welcome to episode 88 from July the 29th of the year 2022. Today is a Friday. Today's episode is When Money Controls You and Becomes Demonic. I'm gonna right away say it is gonna be a difficult episode, and I'm sure I'm gonna get good feedback and bad feedback, but it's something I wanted to do. This is a follow-up to Monday's episode of Is the Money Really Has Any Value? Is it backed by something? Which finally my final thoughts were not really. It just has value because we give it value. Okay, it really is not backed by anything. Just paper. It's just a medium of exchange, and if we decide that it has no value anymore, or we want to use an alternative medium, such as, for example, gold, silver, whatever, bitcoins, a piece of paper, you write something in it, then we decide. I mean, I didn't say that, and someone reminded me, that a friend that watched the episode, because I talked a bit about cryptos on a private matter with people, and because I know the story of cryptos very well, and for example, in 2009, you probably know this, if you're not gonna feel it's redundant, 2009, Bitcoin was worth zero, basically. Because no one was giving it value. So you could download the software. It was for free from, I think it was bitcoin.org or org, sorry about that. And you could install it on any Windows PC and mine Bitcoins, and you will get 50 Bitcoins, which right now are valued around $1 million, basically overnight in a couple of days. The reason Bitcoin was not worth anything at that time is because it was not a medium of value. No one was giving it value. So this is the story that money is really valued it's really, we, all humanity, give it its value. There's nothing more to it. And it's incredible. These two stories I'm going to share. On one, they're kind of similar and they're kind of different. One is the creator of Minecraft, a gentleman by the name of Markus Persson. And I think he's from Sweden. And how he created Minecraft in 2009. How by 2014, he sold it to Microsoft Corporation for $2.5 billion, $2,500 million. Honestly, I don't see that's too much money. I mean, I know there's no such thing as too much money, but it's more money that you're ever going to need in a lifetime. You're probably going to, several, generations are going to be fine money-wise. I don't see it anyway. It's basically impossible to burn that much money. But you see, I'm a firm believer if you have the luck of being so wealthy, and I put air quotes on wealthy, of having so much money, then you have to put it in use and use it as an energy, and that means for others, okay? Of course, you start with your inner circle. It's perfectly normal. You start with yourself. Actually, you need to start with yourself, but you don't stop there, okay? You need to share it with your family, help out everyone. I'm not talking just your children, your wife, your parents. I'm talking, brothers, sisters, cousins. You have that much money, you can do that. I mean, you can basically help out others. Remember, it's about assisting, which means bring them up. I mean, if they have any issues, any debt, you can help them with that. And then put that money to work towards humanity, basically doing a service to humanity. I think the lesson we're going to learn in these two stories is these two people basically were just thinking about themselves. They were being egocentric, centered on ego. A long time ago, 3 months ago, I made an episode. It really went very low in views. And those are my favorite episodes. I think I shared very important things there. It was the ego and the self. And something is like the devil and the angel. No, not necessarily, okay? There's always some ego, there's always some self. But it's like a needle you move, and your center between the two is two opposing forces, but you need to shoot towards the self. And the self, even if it sounds like you're thinking about yourself, it's actually the opposite. Is when you understand you're very strong, and your mission is to become a beacon of love and guidance, to assist others, everything out there, just being out love, being out help. And if you're part of this money energy, which only occurs here on earth, in this reality, then what you do is, if you are very lucky to be very wealthy, is of course you need to have a comfortable life, need to take care of your family. It doesn't work if you take food out of your children's plate and you give it to others. It doesn't work. Okay, that's why, with all due respect, I don't believe in the story. No, it's not that I don't believe. I don't agree, or I don't like the story of the Mother Teresa of Calcutta, which is the kind of the poster child for, don't care about you, don't care about your inner circle, care about others. No, there are some issues there. You have to research the real story of the Mother Teresa of Calcutta. there's some strange things there, okay, going on. It's about you need to be strong, you need to take care of yourself, but then if you have excess, in this case, money or wealth or strength, whatever, you need to put it as a service to humanity, okay? And without further ado, and by the way, I wanted to do a little channel update. We're continuing to do very well in BitChute particularly, and also a little bit in Brighteon. We're doing Rumble. I don't know what's going on, but we get videos with 1 view, 5 views. I don't understand it. I think there's something wrong there. I don't know if the video is not uploaded correctly. It's not showing for most people, because I do get at least 5 to 10 people that tell me they have seen the video in Rumble, and the statistics is 1 view, 2 views. So I don't get it. And I'm not that very concerned. I think the platform we're doing very well is in BitChute. And I also received already a couple of comments that I speak too fast, okay? So I'm trying to pace myself a little bit better. And I want to clarify, in the early episodes, I got a couple of comments that I spoke too slow. So I'm trying my best here. I'm not a professional. I record these episodes in my office with basic hardware, basic software, free software, basically. And really, I'm trying my best here. And I apologize in advance. I'm trying to give you the best content, quality of entertainment. And remember, I want something of this to resonate with you, because I believe I'm sharing an important message. It's important to me. And really, all of these episodes that I mix it up with finances, with money, with health, with conspiracy theories, with UFOs, with aliens, I'm just trying to keep you entertained. So at the end, you listen to the final 2 minutes. That's my important message. That it's about the self-discovery and the process that humanity is going right now, okay? So, without further ado, let's watch the story of the gentleman that created Marcus Persson, the creator of the game Minecraft. I'm sure you know what Minecraft is everywhere right now. It started as a PC game. Then it went into all platforms, Xbox and something like that, especially after Microsoft bought it in 2014. But it was already big there. There's a reason they paid $2,500 million for it, but I'm sure they have made their money back. Probably it has been a good investment for there. Apparently for Marcus, it was not. You will expect with that kind of money, his life is perfect, and we're going to see how really it was not the case, and how money can control you and even become demonic. All right, let's watch the video.
On the 15th of September 2014, Notch sold Minecraft to Microsoft for a price of $2.5 billion. Not exactly a bad day at the office. After purchasing a $70 million LA mansion and forming relationships with some of the most influential and famous people in the world, the expectation of life following such might have been happiness, fulfillment, and freedom. However, the reality for Minecraft's founder was actually quite the opposite. Within less than a year of selling Minecraft, Marcus Notch Persson's life had become lonely, unfulfilled, and disordered, expressed through his relationships with other well-known influencers.
We used to be like, let's hang out with Notch all the time. We would call him. And me personally, but without Justin, I would reach out and say, hey, let's hang out. And every time I would reach out, it was just like a hard no.
Various tweets relating to the meaninglessness in his life and Microsoft's attempt to remove Notch from Minecraft's history. Despite having it all from an outsider's perspective, Notch appears to have very little from an insider's perspective. But it wasn't always like this. There was one point at which Notch was considered a god amongst men. After deducting taxes and other various expenses from the sale, Notch ended up with $1.3 billion in cash, placing him in the top 2,000 richest people in the entire world. In a final blog post relating to the sale of the game, Notch would state that it's not about the money, it's about my sanity. However, it's not exactly like Notch was going to sit back and do nothing with his newly found fortune. Approximately 2 months after the sale of Minecraft, Notch would set an LA property sale record after the purchase of an extravagant $70 million Beverly Hills mansion, apparently outbidding the likes of Jay-Z and Beyonce for the home. From this point onwards, Notch began to live like a king, partying with famous individuals like Zed, Selena Gomez, and Dylan Francis, also beginning to host weekly parties at his new 23,000 square foot mansion.
He does have this crazy parties like every Friday. He should at least be self-aware of what he's doing.
He's known. I mean, people know him in LA in the partying scene as the crazy Beverly Hills party guy.
Notch was quite literally living the 16-year-old fantasy lifestyle. A mansion, more than $1 billion cash in the bank, accompanied by a completely free schedule, what many would consider to be the ultimate life. However, unsurprisingly, it wouldn't be long before Notch would reveal the truth behind how depressing such a life truly is.
Over the weekend, the man behind Minecraft, the online game, broadcast his stress on Twitter. In a string of melancholy tweets, Marcus Persson wanted the world to know that it's just really hard being a billionaire.
On the 29th of August 2015, approximately 1 year after selling the game, Notch would tweet, hanging out in Ibiza with a bunch of friends and partying with famous people. Able to do whatever I want, and I've never felt more isolated. This tweet seemed to be a catalyst for releasing a bunch of Notch's bottled up emotion, as he would then tweet out, the problem with getting everything is you run out of reasons to keep trying, and human interaction becomes impossible due to imbalance. In Sweden, I will sit around and wait for my friends with jobs and families to have time to do shit, watching my reflection in the mirror. When we sold the company, the biggest effort went into making sure the employees got taken care of, and they all hate me now. Not only did these tweets refer to how lonely Notch had become, but one tweet referenced his marriage that had ended in divorce. Another element of what you might call Notch's tragic life. I found a great girl, but she's afraid of me and my lifestyle and went with a normal person.
Okay, so I'm very sorry about that because I don't know, it doesn't seem like a bad guy. I mean, sorry, I apologize. I know why I even say that. I already insisted there are not good or bad persons, just confused persons and normal persons in a way. But he doesn't seem like someone that will intentionally hurt someone or, you know, someone just going about its life. I mean, I will assume if I was also create a game and got that amount of money, it could easily derail me like it did for him. I think it has to do more with money itself and this powerful, strange energy, because again, money is energy and it can turn demonic. Like we're gonna see in the second story I want to share with you in a little while. That one is really sad and really gruesome in a way, and I'm sorry about that, but I had to share it because it's like exhibit A on how money can become demonic, okay? And in this case, maybe he didn't get demonic. I mean, he didn't kill anyone or anything like that, but when I read this story, I heard he was clinically depressed in some kind of institution, getting help, and I don't know where he is right now. I hope he's okay, and he has gotten his life on track. But I think the only way when you have that amount of money, that amount of energy is put it to use. And I hope, I honestly didn't follow up the story till 2022, but I hope he has gotten like a purpose in life again. Like when he created this game, this was a huge, achievement. But then when he sold it and got this huge amount of money, he partied for a year, I heard, continuously every day or something like that, going around the world on boats, and he bought that huge mansion in LA, which is fine. I mean, it's his money. I mean, but the way of just doing things, and the two stories are related. They have to do with just doing partying, just doing, thrills of the senses. Of course, there's some drugs involved and alcohol involved, which, I mean, I drink alcohol, but I think if alcohol becomes the purpose of your life, if the drugs becomes the purpose of your life, if partying becomes the purpose of your life, then yes, you could start living like a hollow life, like a life without a purpose. Okay, so I think money is fine if you're really wealthy, great for you. If you have a purpose in life, a perspective in life, a project, then I think you're doing fine, and you're putting that money to work as an energy. But this guy, unfortunately, I think he was taken by surprise, and it's a perfect example of how money can control you. And in this case, maybe didn't get the money, but it certainly derailed his life. I guess if you could honestly ask him off the record, after a year, are you happier than a year before you sold Minecraft? Are you even happier than before you started Minecraft in 2009? He probably responded, no, I'm sadder. Okay, that's incredible, because some people relate that if you have a lot of money, you automatically are happy. And yes, a lot of rich people are very happy, very calm, very unstressed. They don't have any stress, because money, the lack of money, can create a lot of stress, okay? And I know that for a fact, because I've lived it and I'm living it. But I'm a regular guy, like most of us. So really, in a way, this is a great example of, for example, someone winning the lotto, okay? Hitting the lotto and you win, I don't know, $500 million in some countries, 100 million euros, or something like that. Here in Mexico, it's not that much, but still is easily $10, $20 million. That amount of money can change you, okay? For example, if you are happily married, you have a family, it can destroy the family. Everyone, I mean, it can really, really change you, that you lose all perspective. And for example, I've heard people getting divorced, like even this guy, Marcus Persson, he got divorced. He was married before getting the 2.5 billion. And then afterwards he got married, and maybe his wife took a piece of the money, his ex-wife. So yes, money is such a difficult energy. That's why it seems, I got a comment and I didn't agree with that. It was from a friend, because a few friends watched the show. I said, no, I don't agree. I mean, the lack of money is a difficult energy. When you have money, it's a great, benevolent energy. And I say, not really. Not really. This is the prime example. Not really. Money is so difficult to control. If you have it, if you don't have it, okay? And when you have it, not necessarily you're going to take the right decisions with that energy. When you don't have it as well, you are in a way wanting it. And as we're going to see in the second story, you can even do gruesome things, but I think you have to be under demonic possession. And I've already spoke for the new subscribers. I already spoke how I feel about demonic possession. You might want to see some of my earlier episodes, especially the one about the Uvalde shooting, and I shared my only experience that I had in a hotel room where really I think I was trying to be contacted by a demon, or demons probably plural, and hopefully it or happily nothing happened. But I think when you do something like we're going to see on this second story, you have to be under demonic possession. There's no other explanation. The love of money, the wanting money so much, opens these portals for demons. Remember, they ask from you these gruesome, horrible acts of violence, these acts that create a lot of, these very bad acts. I'm sorry, I forgot the word I was trying to use. These acts that create, so much sadness in so many families and all that. And they offer you in exchange that they're going to give you the amount of money, or they're opening the door for this money energy to you. Okay, that doesn't necessarily happen, because in the case we're going to see, it's from Italy. It's from a person called Pietro Maso. When he was 20 years old in 1991, he was from a wealthy family in Montechia di Crosara. It was the small town, 4,000 inhabitants, typical Italian small town, and very small, with a church, a bar, and hardworking people. Most of them, they will work in agriculture. It's a wine country up there in and it's a province of Verona. You probably have heard of Verona because of the story of Romeo and Juliet, a case where the story is based. It's very close to Venice, around 1 hour drive from Venice, northern Italy. It's the wealthy part of Italy. And he was from a wealthy family, money-wise. He was from a strong family group. Their parents, they were fine. Apparently, they were good parents. They were caring parents to him. He probably was a little bit over-pampered. And it's not their fault that he chose this life of excess, of drugs, of partying. He did something that is very gruesome in a way, because showed how much, these ego-centered, narcissistic ways that he will actually light cigarettes using 50,000 lira bills, which maybe is not that huge amount of money, but just the sense, 50,000 lira for some people in Italy, they would probably eat for, in 1991, they would probably eat for a few days or something like that, or a couple of days. And he would light every cigarette with a 50,000 lira bill. So when the money ran out, because I believe before killing his parents, he actually stole some money with some kind of scam that a friend got a loan for a car. They didn't buy the car, but they used the loan money for partying. So when that ran out, he recruited 3 friends to kill their parents, and he was going to get the inheritance valued at that time in approximately $1 million. It was 1,200 million liras, or a billion, or 1.2 billion liras, Italian liras, and it's approximately at that time $1 million. So he was expecting that inheritance, also considering the fact he had 2 sisters, and he apparently planned to kill them as well. It's very, very gruesome. This is really a low point of how low humans can go. And so I found 2 videos. They're in Italian. I had to manually put subtitles, English subtitles on them. Please bear with me. I did this myself. Actually, it took a little bit of time. So the translation is the timing. The translation is pretty accurate, but the timing of the subtitles sometimes is not perfect. But I think they give the idea of what happened. So without further ado, to make this not a very long episode, let's watch the first video. This is from a mainstream channel in Italy. They share the story very quickly. And the second one is really a powerful scene from the film. It is from a film, I Pavoni, from 1994. It's a very good film. I've seen it many times. Low budget Italian film, but with excellent acting and excellent music that makes, that you can see the drama of the situation. And this film, I Pavoni, it's a scene where the father, he's still alive. He knows something is very wrong with his child, with his son. And he's trying to explain how money doesn't have any value. Why he's noticing his son is crazy about money, okay? And he doesn't value money, and he doesn't value work, okay? So let's watch the first one together. I'm gonna give you my thoughts, and finally the scene from the movie, which is very powerful. All right.
Non meno raccapricciante, anche se più lontana nel tempo, è la storia di Pietro Maso. Nella notte tra il 17 e il 18 aprile 1991, nel Veronese, aiutato da 3 amici, Maso, 20 anni, uccide il padre e la madre per intascarne l'eredità, mettendo a segno un piano provato per mesi. Quando i genitori rincasano, poco dopo le 23, il figlio, che aveva precedentemente staccato la corrente, sfrutta l'oscurità per colpire il padre con un tubo di ferro, mentre la madre viene aggredita dagli altri con un bloccasterzo e una pentola. Dopo una mattanza durata 53 minuti, Pietro finisce la madre ancora viva soffocandola con un sacchetto di nylon. A delitto compiuto, va in discoteca. Maso viene condannato a 26 anni per omicidio volontario premeditato, pluriaggravato da futili motivi e vincolo di parentela.
Quello che ha fatto è abominevole. È abominevole e lui lo sa e io ogni tanto lo ricordo. È possibile riabilitarsi, essere riabilitati, è possibile, che diversamente con un peso così enorme sarebbe ucciso.
Okay, I apologize for the quality of the video, the fact that this is in Italian. This is the only thing I could get about this case. First of all, it's over 30 years ago, 31 years ago, and second, it's very concentrated in Italy, although at the time I did notice it kind of went around the world because of the gruesome of the story. And yes, this is not morbid, this is not fear-mongering, this is not, I'm not trying to do any morbid here, but we have to face demonic things to realize they exist and realize, it's all through our free will that we allow these things to happen. So this guy is no victim, okay? I'm sorry about that. He decided through his free will to go with this. He has asked, for forgiveness. I think he has a better relationship with his sisters, that they're still alive. At least he didn't go through the plan of killing them as well. He didn't have any time because I'm going to tell you the story really quickly. He recruited 3 friends. They expected the parents returning from a dinner, I believe. And then they had the plan after killing them to go to a discotheque or a nightclub to be seen, kind of an alibi, to be seen. So if there were any issues, we were at the discotheque. You see, we were not at home, so we didn't know what happened. And they also did it very gruesome, unfortunately. So it will be something like, who could possibly think he had to do something to do with it, okay? So of course it had to be, someone robbing the house or something like that, or they had a personal issue or something with the family. No way the son is involved because of the gruesome of the killing. So the parents suffered for 53 minutes. It was not like they shot them or something like that. They suffocated them. It was really gruesome. I think, please, I'm not trying to be morbid, but we have to understand this has to be demonic, okay? Demons, and I've already shared it, what they do is they're not here on this reality, they're not here on this universe, they're in something called the anti-universe. Someone called that hell, I don't agree. It's just a different, it's like a parallel universe, and they exist through portals, and they actually can control you if you allow them, and they want to become like your friends, like what do you need? And the difference between demons and angels, or ascended beings, ascended master, benevolent beings that can contact you, is angels and ascended masters and benevolent beings will never offer something like giving you money or solving your money issues. They could assist you, they could give you, they could show you the way, but you will always have to put the work in. You will have to traverse the road, okay? There's no way they're going to carry you. That's a demon, okay? If someone says, I'm going to fix all your problems, that's a demon. And in this case, Pietro Maso has never said if he had contacts with a demon or something. I think it happened unconsciously. He did say, he has shared, I saw a recent video from 2019 that he has shared that he doesn't remember that time very well, the months previous and after. It's like he was in a limbo or something like that. He was totally possessed, okay? Because he allowed it. He loved money too much. He loved the life, of drugs, of partying. They will do some things like going to a nightclub in Venice, which they are very expensive, by the way. Venice, Venice, Italy is a tourist location, one of the prime locations in the world for tourism. So you can imagine nightclubs, how expensive they are, the entrance, the drinks, whatever. And he will shout and say, drinks on me. That's when they had, I believe, the money from the loan for the car that I think they went through it in days. And it was for a good car in Italy because they will offer drinks. And it's not because this is a benevolent person or something like that. That's all ego. That's all narcissism. That's all being ego-centered. He wanted to be the king of the hill. He wanted to be like someone. I mean, young people in Montechiedi Cruzara and people that will know him in Venice, they will revere him like he was some kind of, this very special person, when it was all about his ego and his narcissism, that unfortunately, very unfortunate act. Fortunately, Pietro Maso, he has a lot of karma to clear for many lifetimes, because what he did is really the lowest you can go. And yes, he has asked for forgiveness, but no, Pietro, you will have to learn your lessons. And this is not about suffering, this is about learning. And he is going to have to learn what he did. Something is that the farthest you can go as a benevolent being, the farthest you can go as a human being. I mean, I'm talking to the wrong side. And well, it's very, very unfortunate. Again, this is not about presenting you a morbid story. This is presenting you how money can get you in trouble if you love money for money, if you love money for what it can give you. It's a very, very difficult energy, okay? Finally, I wanted to share this scene from the movie I Pavoni. And by the way, the movie is available in YouTube in its entirety. They haven't taken it down. It has been there for 7 years. And the thing is, it's in Italian without subtitles, okay? So that's the thing. So if you don't know Italian, it's not gonna be, but it's an excellent movie to watch, really. Very well done, low budget. Basically has only a couple of known Italian actors. The rest, they were rookies doing their debut as in movies, and the acting is excellent, okay? And the story is it's based on the Pietro Maso story, but it's not on the same city. The father is a different type of business. The parents from Pietro Maso had land, and they were into agriculture, okay? And the father in the Pavoni, it's a different, he's into fishing. He has fishing boats, and he's a little bit more wealthy in a way. He has approximately a wealth of $10 million. They say that in the movie is 12 billion liras that the actor playing Pietro Maso, which is a different name, Vittorio, he says basically the same thing. He's gonna kill his parents, and he's gonna share the inheritance with the three friends that helped him, okay? So about this scene is basically when things are going wrong in the movies, around 3/4 in, is a few minutes before the unfortunate killing happens. And is when Vittorio steals a necklace from his mother, again, to sell it and get money to keep partying, keep doing drugs, keep lighting cigarettes with 50,000 lira bills, similar to the real Pietro Maso story. And the parent faces him, he knows something is wrong, and tells him about the value of work, okay? So yes, work has value, money doesn't have any value, okay? So he tells him about the boats that he was not able to study, he was not able to go to college, everything. He was at sea working as a fisherman, and he was able to get, to buy the boats and become a businessman because of the value of his work and the value of the people working for him. I can appreciate that. That's totally true. And I want to get my father, I had excellent parents, I'm very lucky. And my father, he also didn't go to college. He paid for my college. And he told me always, it's all right, I'm going to pay for your college, but you have to work, okay? You have to understand the value of working, the value of putting in the work. Nothing happens in life if you don't put in the work. And he's totally right, okay? Because when you don't understand the value of that, then you can get attached to money. And that's why, for example, Prince Harry and all these people, I don't respect them, okay? Because they have never worked a day in their lives, and they go talking about, don't be attached to money, not when they have, private jets, servants and all that, and it's all given to them, okay? So they haven't done things like Pietro Maso, I agree, but in a way, they don't understand the value of putting in the work. You have to understand that. It's very, very important. One thing is enjoying life, and one thing is not putting in the work. All different things. You can be putting in the work and enjoying life every second, which I tell you every day, every second, you must enjoy it. If you want to do it with family and friends, go ahead. You want to do it alone, that's your decision, that's your free will. So let's look at the scene. It's very powerful. I put subtitles in it so you can understand the dialogue between the father and the son, but very powerful stuff, especially at the end, when he just throws money out and says, just filthy paper, okay?
Troppa fretta. T'ho fatto crescere con troppa fretta. Tu ti sei trovato in tasca subito quel che io ho dovuto conquistare con quasi 30 anni di lavoro. È per quello che non riesci a dare un valore alle cose. E quel che è più grave è che non riesci a trovare un valore neanche alle cose più sacre. Neanche a te stesso.
Siamo diversi.
Ma certo che siamo diversi. Ma mai ho pensato che potevamo diventare nemici. Aiutami, Vittorio, io sono spaventato.
Spaventato?
Noi dobbiamo stare vicini. Io devo assolutamente farti capire.
Che cosa devo capire? Papà, tu hai lavorato tutta la vita. Che cosa sei diventato? Un medio imprenditore.
Dovrei vergognarmi?
No, non si può fare di più.
Stammi a sentire. Su questi pescherecci mio padre ci si è rotta la schiena. È per quello che ho potuto comprarli. Che ho voluto comprarli. Perché ero l'unico che poteva farlo. Mi sono caricato di debiti, cambiali. Per non lasciare tutto in mano agli olandesi, ai giapponesi. Io non ho studiato, non ho potuto studiare. È andando per mare io che ho imparato tutto. Che ho imparato a rispettare la gente, il lavoro della gente. Quello che fanno, quello che sono. Io sono tutta la gente che lavora con me. Sono i Graziani, i Bertoni, i Berti, i Valentini, capisci? Tutti. I soldi sono solo soldi. È carta, vedi? I soldi da soli non valgono niente. Mettitelo in testa. Carta, carta straccia.
Che bel gesto. Spero di potermelo permettere anch'io un giorno.
Okay, so what I'm showing the screen is what he liked. He apparently said when he was interviewed in prison that he learned that from Don Johnson. I'm not saying this is vulgarity, from Miami Vice, that he would see it in TV. And for me, it's the stupidest thing to do, to lie. First of all, I don't smoke. You smoke, that's perfectly fine. That's your decision. But I don't smoke. But if I was to smoke, why would I lie that even if I was very wealthy with $100 bill, when that bill, for example, I can send it to Africa and maybe a full family can eat, or they can, start a new business if I send them 10 times that or 100 times that. I mean, money is energy, and just burning energy like that because of your ego, because you're ego-centered, because you're so away from the self. No, that has to be a demon. I cannot believe this is a human, okay? I'm sorry about that. Maybe we're going to disagree. And as I said, this was a difficult episode. And finally, on the channel update as well, I'll be receiving a lot of comments, positive ones, negative ones. I'm replying to most of them. If you really go overboard with the, offensive and, and yours, you know what I'm talking about, I'm not going to reply. I might block or delete some comments, yes, if you really go overboard with insulting to other fellow members that are commenting or something like that. I don't have a problem if you try to offend me. I only can be offended if I allow it, okay, through my free will. And that's not going to happen, so don't worry about that. You don't lose your time trying to offend me. It's really not going to work. There was a funny story when I ended the episode on that I replied to someone, thank you for your comment and for watching. And then I got a few hours later a private email saying, hey, are you making fun of me or what? Why did you reply like that? I mean, why did you say that thank you if I was basically insulting you? And no, you're not insulting me because you cannot insult me if I don't allow it, okay? And this is a message to all of, I already said this in many episodes, that whatever happens to you is because you allow it. And really, going back to the story of Pietro Maso, even the story of this person, Marcus Persson, which I think Marcus Persson is something I can understand. I mean, what happened to him could have happened to anyone, okay? Because really, it's like getting an inheritance or getting winning the lottery, $2.5 billion, okay? You can go crazy, okay? And I think that was what happened to him. I think if he could do it again, he will not have sold Minecraft, or he will have given a good percentage of that money to charity and basically keep, a decent amount to have a decent life. But it was just too much energy to handle because, again, money is such a difficult energy. But in the case of Pietro Maso, I'm not saying I want him to suffer or anything like that. He has a lot of learning to do, okay? I'm not judging him. But everything that happened because he allowed it, happened because he wanted it, happened through his own free will, okay? So he says he doesn't remember that time of his life very well, approximately a few months before and a few months after. You can also claim that's because of the stress and the whole situation, the whole attention. But as you could see in the video, as you could see in the picture I shared, he was even laughing when he was being put on trial, when he was in prison. He was very concerned about, he used to tell people close to him, he was very concerned of appearing, handsome and that. In the trial for the murder of your parents, which you did with friends. I mean, come on, man. I mean, come on, really, there's a limit. And I think this is as ego-centered, as narcissistic, as demonic as you can get. And so, no, you can ask for forgiveness, sure, do that. But you have to do a learning. You are going to have to put in the work. And I think that's going to take many lifetimes from Pietro, that he's going to understand what he did. And he's going to understand the value of money and how you cannot give something that is so much value that you do unspeakable things, because really what he did is way and beyond, okay? All right, thank you very much. I hope you enjoy it. There might be some changes to the channel sorry about that. There are gonna be some changes to the channel soon. We might have a new segment with someone that has talked to me about coming to the show regularly for an interview, and I appreciate that. So we might go. I'm still thinking if we're gonna keep the 3 episodes per week, like this one, the video cast with different subjects, or we're gonna go to 2 episodes and the interview. And I want to say, someone told me you're really being, insistent on bringing people to the show. Yes, because, especially this video with the subtitles and all the things, and finally the videos from Pietro Maso, the Minecraft was very easy one, but the ones from Pietro Maso, and sometimes happens in other subjects, it's really sometimes gets very difficult, okay? So I'm trying my best here. I'm also very limited in my time, in my energy. So I'm trying my best to keep the channel going the best as possible with the same quality, and I'm doing improvements that you suggested. For example, the speed, talking a little bit, slower, and and some other private comments I've been receiving about things and that, some subjects they want me to speak about. As I can see, the one I wanted to tell you I'm not gonna do episodes about is the injection, the vaccine. There's too much information out there. You wanna look at it, and they're gonna do a much better job than me. And to be honest, it's not a subject I'm interested anymore. I know it's the prime subject right now, that the war, the Great Reset, and that I spoke about the Great Reset quite a bit, not really in one episode, but in many episodes. And so I'm trying to do subjects that I think are interesting, and I always can interject my story that this is all about, there needs to be something good about this, okay? The story of Pietro Maso is not humanity, okay? You can say that's the world is, full of violence, and that I agree, but that's not us. That's a spell, a demonic spell, and that's coming to an end. So the future is bright. I believe I have a positive outlook. I suggest you do the same. And I wanted to tell you, please enjoy this Friday. Please enjoy the weekend with family and friends, or you want to be alone. That's up to you. And if everything's okay, I shall see you back on Monday, which will be August 1st, another month, okay? And yesterday is the 28th was the 5th month mark of the channel. So we made it to 5 months, and we're around overall close to 300 subscribers on all platforms, and we're doing very well in BitChute. We're actually very close to a 1 million view mark, which I think maybe by Monday we're gonna reach it, and I'm gonna mention it, and it's fine. This is not ego, because sometimes some ego pampering is fine. It's just a mention that I wanna really thank you for watching, because I do this video cast, the reason for the channel is really to reach you. You're the one listening, okay? I'm not concerned. This is not about, me or getting attention or even getting money. I'm not concerned about that. I'm gonna get money other ways, okay? Through my job, through my work. This is about sharing a message, and I want to thank again my friends from Wake in the Future that they are doing quite well recently with their channel. There has been they were kind of hitting, a hill there, and right now they're skyrocketing again. I'm very happy for them, and really without them, the opportunity they gave to the little guy, this channel wouldn't exist. So thank you, Pat and Joel from Wake in the Future. I'm very happy that you guys are doing very well lately. So enjoy your weekend. Please stay for the last 2 minutes of the show. I'm going to invite you first to come on as a guest, and then please stay for that really last part when I share to you this about you discovering yourself, your strength, how powerful you are. You are not what you have been groomed to believe. All right? Have a great weekend. Please enjoy life every second. And if everything's okay, I shall see you back here on Monday. Thank you for making it to this part of the video. This is my favorite part. This is where I suggest to you that you discover yourself. You are not what you have been groomed to believe. You are this incredible being without limits that has eternal life, amazing strength, infinite wisdom, and a big, beautiful heart. All your limits are always self-imposed. Your best version in this reality is inside you. Your only mission on this life is to become a beacon of love and guidance. This version is ready to be discovered today. How do you discover yourself? The discovery process is a personal one. No one can do it for you. Dedicate 5 minutes a day to talk to yourself and the universe. Request to be connected and ask, who am I? Where do I come from? You will start getting signs, breadcrumbs, and signals. You will notice how your notions about those realities start disappearing. No more hierarchies, no more competition, no more complaining, no more depending on others. Discovering yourself equals to breaking your matrix. Your self-imposed limits will fall, and you will be ready to serve humanity and help break this spell and deception on us. But you must be patient to allow others to wake up at their time through their own free will. That will be really soon, you will see, and that will start a new war. As you work towards your best version, you will notice how all emotions don't serve you anymore. Hate, fear, rage, pride, loss, envy, violence, justice, true violence, judgment of others, and other emotions will disappear from your mind and heart. You will understand those emotions serve only the evildoers and are not you. Please try to be understanding of others that don't think or feel like you. Everyone has a process. No one is right or wrong. We're all just different. Don't be concerned about being right, ever. Don't allow pride preventing you from patching things up with family and friends. It is very important you enjoy this life with your loved ones. Put in the work to patch things up and leave it to others to decide. Please relax and enjoy life. When everyone breaks their own matrix, humanity through our community consciousness will break the final spell. The new world will start and everything will gradually fall. Governments, hierarchies, and the medical and financial system will go from scarcity to abundance for all. Thank you very much for watching. Please share this episode. If you have any comments or suggestions, please use the comment section below. For private questions, conversations, and if you would like to appear on the show, please email me at hey@humanitywins.net. Please be sure to check out our friends from Waking the Future and their awaken-attire.com shop. They gave me my first opportunity to speak about this and I will be forever grateful. Link to their channel and shop on the show notes. Thank you again. Please don't forget to visit our website www.humanitywins.net. By giving me your time, you honor me. Have a very, very, very nice day.